We've got nothing else to say but Korean fried chicken. Right, make that crispy, spicy, sweet, glazy, gorgeous Korean fried chicken. Now we can start. If you like fried chicken, and who wouldn't? Vegetarians. Not everybody likes fried chicken. I think it's a shame, right? Boys, it's
one of life's great things.
It's one of life's great things. And it's honestly, it's very simple. If you cut the chicken up, you marinate it for a little bit, some flour business, crispiness happens, make a little sauce and you're done. Too simple sounding? Well, just watch. Let's start by getting the little, the marinade thing happening. Then we cut our chicken, then the chicken goes into that. Then we carry on. We begin with some milk in our bowl. Not too much. Is that a cup? Maybe, something like that. And now we have the following. Some fresh ginger. There is no substitute for this. Don't think about using that dried BS. And then this is a grater. It's actually a zester that takes a bit, but what you are gonna get, like this part here, when you do that, is really gonna flavor this beautifully. You want to grind down about an inch of this. Not your fingers. Oh, see that? That's just straight magic. So get yourself a good little piece, zest, grind away. If you don't have one of these, you could chop it up, super fine. But the benefit of this is the flavor intensifies about 400,000 million % over cut. It's a big percent, yes. Next, garlic. And I have about 8 cloves here. Just clove away. All the garlic's in, even some big pieces that fell out. It's fine. Salt and pepper. We give this a little swoosh around. Now we can cut our chicken. There's our chicken. It's a whole chicken. So we're gonna cut it up. You've seen us do this before. Back, front, breasts, backbone. Let's cut the backbone out. Remember the turkey we did? Right up the sides of this guy. Oh, I gotta be honest with you. It's a lot easier with a chicken than it is with a turkey. And this will not be thrown away. This will go into my freezer for when it's time to make stock or soup or whatever.
Freezer's just like filled to bursting with turkey backbones.
Business. All right, here's our kid. So now we can do this. Now, as you could recognize, you got a couple things going on here. You got them splayed out. Let's get these legs off. Look at that. How easy is that? There, that's a leg quarter. It's that simple. This guy, another leg quarter. Damn, I love this. If you want, you can take this kid and go, it's like I'm at the chiropractor, which, by the way, I got to go back to. I got some shit going on. So now we can do this. We've got these little wings there. Cooking guy, 7-inch Nakiri, stands up to whacking the F out of a chicken. Breast, breast, wing, wing. So now, if we separate this, 1, 2, 3, we have 6, right? If you separate these now, the thigh from the leg, right down here, there's a socket. So there you go. You got your little leg. Make them pretty like this. You got your little thigh there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's your traditional chicken cut up. But we're gonna cut these into just a few more pieces to make these a little bit smaller. All right, so our pieces as they come to us will now be a little bit smaller, but perfect. There's our chicken. We come back with our marinade, and if it wasn't obvious, chicken goes in. Everybody, smells great. This garlic and ginger is amazing in here. You don't need to be inundated with a ton of milk. We just want it moist. We don't need it soaking in 3 extra inches of it. But everybody does need to be coated. Perfect. This goes in the fridge 2 hours. 2 horas. In the meantime, we're gonna make our dredge, and then we're getting close to frying. So the dredge we need for this is very simple. We'll do flour, cornstarch, onion powder, garlic powder, sugar, and salt and pepper. Recipes below, you don't have to write it down. Last thing before we fry is the sweet, sticky, spicy, gorgeous little glazy sauce. So here's how that looks. All right, so this begins with gorgeous gochujang. Gochujang is a fermented red pepper paste. Very popular in Korean cuisine. So this will go in. I got a couple good tablespoons of it here. Look at it, it's thick and sticky and wow, it's gonna be magnificent. Then we'll give it a couple tablespoons of soy sauce or paste. 1, 2. This is all gonna go in the heat to melt. We'll give it a little splash of sesame oil, about a teaspoon. We'll give it 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar. 1, 2, 3, for a little tang. we've got, for sweetness, a couple tablespoons of brown sugar and about a 1/4 cup of hot honey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Where's our friend garlic? Right there. Thanks, buddy. We'll revisit with some more ginger, not as much this time, maybe a teaspoon or so, and salt and pepper. Now this goes onto the Evo flat top. We get it a little melty, and we're there. So look, it's gonna take a bit, but just let this start to heat. The gochujang will melt. Everything is just gonna be tremendous in here. The gochujang gives a nice level of heat, not crazy. You could always use red pepper flakes if you want more. But for me, medium heat is kind of enough. Look at, you see this gorgeous color it's becoming? You know what this is gonna do to that chicken. And when it's like this, you're good. So this we can take off the stove. It'll thicken back up again. That's okay. We'll put it on right before we need it. But now, it's chicken time. All right, first, we're gonna break 2 eggs. Add a little milk and beat. Now we take our dredge and we're gonna do this. When you're making fried chicken and you start off with fresh dredge, the chicken you start doing in batches down the road have the benefit of the marinated chicken going into the flour, and these little craggy pieces really help to add some crackle and edges to it. You see how it's gotten a little more beefed up? Oh, it's going everywhere, but dang, it's gonna be good. Okay, just break up any big clumps. Now here we go. Now we take our chicken, and in it goes, and we wanna cover well, really well. So you see what it's done. It's given this craggy extra nonsense to the outside, and that is gonna help everything get better. And I'm smelling ginger and garlic right now in the most beautiful way. I always say I'm gonna get a much bigger container for judging chicken, but I fucking don't. So because we know we can't cook too much at a time, I'm not gonna do this to all the pieces yet. I'm gonna do just for the first batch that will go in the fryer. And I think I'll start with 4 or 5 pieces. And while it's cooking, I'll get the next batch ready to go. All right, let's go for it. Remember, you're dealing with oil, put it in, lay it away from you so it doesn't splash like that. Oil's at 350. You heard me say we're gonna do this twice. We're gonna leave it in for say, 9 and 10 minutes. It won't get all the way cooked. Finish everybody first time around, then crank it up to 375. Then it goes back in for its second fry. Beautiful. So when you put them in, just make sure they're not touching, because if they're touching, they're sticking to each other. And you don't want that. And while that's cooking, I can continue dredging the next batch. Okay, we're at 7 minutes. Let's have a look. Come here, you. Ah, craggy, as promised. Okay, we're gonna go 10 minutes total, so we'll give it 3 more. Then we'll take it out. Its second fry will be way less. It'll be about 4 minutes. Oh, fuck, I got a lot of chicken to do. All right, we're there. So let's get these guys out. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is insanity. All right, these are now gonna rest. We'll put round 2 in, and in we go. Max's drumstick, same placement. My thigh. Oops, dropped that from a little high. Chancey's, and my other one. All right, now that those guys are in, they're gonna cook their time, first round. They'll come out, I'll crank the temperature up to 375, and then everybody goes back in for their second round. That will bring the temperature up to 165, 170. Then it comes out. Then we glaze, then we swag. So this part now for me is the decorating. You've got your Christmas tree, you brought it out of the car, you've set it up, there's water in the little thing underneath it, because I know you have to have water to keep it from getting dry.
You want something funny? I did not even know that.
Oh, about Christmas trees?
I had no idea that there was water under there.
Yes, well...
Chancey, I'm guessing that's something that's just so obvious, right? Like,
Yeah,
obviously there's water there.
like-
Never had a Christmas tree.
Yeah, Max did not grow up with a Christmas tree.
Did anybody in our family?
I did.
Oh, you did. Weird.
I grew up with a Christmas tree until I was 12. And then Grandma said, I came downstairs one morning about a week before Christmas, and said, we're Jewish. Why do we have a Christmas tree? She went, oh, interesting point. And that was the last year we ever had a tree. My brothers were mad at me for killing Christmas. Okay, so you get a little beautifulness on this side. And now we can turn these fellows over and complete this amazing color, flavor, the smell. Like you just standing right here, it's just all coming in. It's sweet, it's spicy, it's tangy, it's everything you would want. But we'll just do half. We'll leave some of the chicken just to try the way it is. Au naturel. And as we say in Canada, et voilà. C'est fini. Freaking gorgeous. And I just don't even know what to think at this point other than holy S. The Korean fried chicken gods have smiled on us, at least at this point. So we find out how we've done here. All right, so the obvious place would be right here, this kid. Oh my gosh. I just fully like inside gleeked. It's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be all over my face. What else is new? What do I care? I'm eating Korean fried chicken, and if it's a mess, it's a mess.
We should have 3-fried it. That's not crunchy enough.
I'm telling you, oh, look at, oh God. It's a disaster of monumental crunch proportions. It is the absolute right amount of spice. For me, I should say. Nice back of throat heat, nothing crazy. I just want as much of this juicy, perfectly tender chicken as I can get. All right, I better go because I want all of this. I'll continue to do the work while you two just lay about and loaf.